Job, it's a Webster foul. I don't know how in the world he was able to vacuum that in. Watch this play by Nash, the big time three.
Well, two-time MVP and runner-up the other time. So when you are in that kind of category, you can do some amazing things. Look, he just keeps his dribble alive. And look at that left-handed, like a shovel pass over to Amari Stoudemire.
Just amazing. Stoudemire keeps it. Shot clock at 4. Richardson way outside. It was hit the rim. Dudley, a shove, and a foul that Fernandez catching he must have. Dudley will go to the line. Roy was down there. A foul will go on Roy for the third time. Dudley at the line for the Suns.
Jared Dudley, one of the most beloved players on this team because of plays like that. And again, Kevin, I always say those hustle plays, those 50-50 balls, how many times we see during the course of the game a ball go loose. And, you know, we saw it the other day with DeJuan Blair in that game 4 we did. I thought he had his hands at about 13 of those kind of points in a Spurs win that went right down to the wire in game 4. So those plays become so magnified, especially in the playoffs when every possession is so vital.
Suns from the field, 13 of 22. They've been horrible tonight. 59% the try by Bayless.
You see Steve Nash is a 90% plus free throw shooter, so you really can't foul him. It's just giving him 2 points. They're going to play the clock out here.
Bayless at 12. Nash. Hill. 6 to shoot. Grant Hill can't get it. Stoudemire fights. Roy. Hill defending. Oh, rejected by Dudley. All ball, 17 to shoot. Phoenix Doug with 8 block shots tonight.
Little pump fake there, and Brandon Roy tried to reach in and get a little foul from Grant Hill. No call there, and Jared Dudley actually with a nice block.
Here is Fernandez. Aldridge for 3. Rebound, Stoudemire.
That's ball game there. Phoenix Suns are going to move on. How about this Phoenix Suns team, Kevin? Start the year, no one in their wildest dreams would imagine that this team would be marching into the second round. 54 wins for Alvin Gentry, who's done a brilliant job with this team. Look at the season series with the San Antonio Spurs. And you want to talk about some bad blood. San Antonio and the Phoenix Suns. You talk about some nightmare memories for the Phoenix Suns. And they are going to take a chance to go in here and try to finally unseat the San Antonio Spurs. Lee Parker and Duncan all playing well. George Hill now, so that's going to be an amazing series.
The Suns in the fourth quarter have shot 53%. They've turned it over only once. And while the Suns can look forward to round 2 as a higher seed over the Blazers, it's just a miracle the Blazers are here. What an inspiring season with all the setbacks.
Yes, and you know, this is going to be a franchise that Mr. Allen, Paul Allen's going to do whatever he can to make them a championship team. They've got a great coach in Nate McMillan. It's going to quite.
What a season. So many people counted them out. You mentioned before they had the second most injuries in the NBA next to the Golden State Warriors.
And they were able to go out and get Marcus Camby. Kevin Pritchard did a nice job. He moves Travis Outlaw and Steve Blake in that deal. You get Marcus Camby, who comes in and helps them finish this season. Their road record, really the thing that hurt this Portland Trailblazer team this year was they were not a great home team. And so it really hurt them in terms of their seeding. But Brandon Roy, I'm sure, as you see Paul Allen there, we hope that he continues to get well, battling cancer. And Brandon Roy, I'm sure, is going to use this summer to recoup. And Greg Oden, they hope to get him back from his injury. So a lot of hope here in Portland.
Aldridge gets it. Fernandez picked up by Nash. Rudy Fernandez has been terrific. Long distance shooting. They get it off to Nash. Their great free throw shooter. He's fouled by Bayless. Rudy Fernandez, Doug, and you and I had a lot of questions. A lot of people had a lot of questions about Fernandez. 17 minutes, 6 shots, 16 points. It's too bad he didn't do this earlier in the series because tonight he has kept Portland in the game.
Well, the 2 guys we said were going to have to make shots tonight to get Portland a chance were Martell Webster and Fernandez. Those 2 guys have 35 points. Well, Miller was 2 of 10 tonight. He just is not a jump shooter. And Brandon Roy, you know, courageously 4 of 15. But with all the trapping, Aldridge 5 of 17, so he takes 17 shots to get 16 points, and Brandon Roy 15 shots to get 14 points. And so the defense for the Phoenix Suns tonight, 39% the Portland Trail Blazers shoot here for the game.
Steve Nash has 9 points. Lead is 8. There's a timeout taken by the Blazers. The first quarter by Steve was very painful to watch. He had no points and 6 turnovers, but he's come back in a big way in the fourth for the Phoenix Suns tonight. Crowd on their feet. They've so appreciated the effort given by this Portland team all season long, and of course the courage of Roy, who comes back and plays 8 days after knee surgery. Today is the 13th day since he went under the knife.
And they will give this team a huge hand as they walk off this floor.
Right, Doug.
Great, great fans here in Portland. Rip City.
Roy for 3. Hill the rebound. That'll do it. The Phoenix Suns will advance against the San Antonio Spurs. They win tonight and eliminate the Portland Trail Blazers. The game was tied at 76 with about 8 to play. The Suns dug answer on an 8-0 run, and they never looked back. Martell Webster was terrific tonight. There's Grant Hill, and even though Hill's numbers were small, just had a couple points, what he did on the floor with his defense, how he helped with his defense, his smarts, everything about him was terrific. He had 12 rebounds, Doug. He'll be important in that series coming up against the San Antonio Spurs.
First time ever to get into the second round of the playoffs.
Yes, Doug, good point. Let's go to Craig Sager.
Well, thank you very much. I'm with Grant Hill and Amari Stoudemire. And Amari, here we go again. You've seen the Spurs. Before we talk about the Spurs, your next round, talk about how you're able to take care of the Portland Trail Blazers in this crucial game here on the road.
Yeah, we came out great tonight. Great focus from the start. We did a phenomenal job defensively by rotating guard guys one-on-one. I think down the stretch we was able to get open shots and we was able to knock them down. So great execution on our part.
We talked so much about Grant Hill. Everybody was talking about you throughout the game, Kevin and Doug, that you had your stamp on this game even though you weren't scoring. The best defender on the floor, 12 rebounds. Where do these young legs come from?
It's the playoffs, man. You know, Amari and Steve done a great job for us all year. You know, I couldn't really hit anything out there. I was just trying to be active on defense, rebound, just do whatever it takes to get the win. Jay Rich was big. You know, Amari got in foul trouble early, some tough calls there in the first quarter, but we weathered that, and he hit some big shots for us down the stretch. And, you know, Portland has a lot of heart, man. They've been down. They've had a lot of guys out all year, but they played great this series. And, you know, we're glad we got out of the first round and on to the second round.
16 seasons in the NBA, the first time you've gotten a series win. After all you've been through, the 7 surgeries you had to do, what does this mean to you?
Make me cry, Craig. No, just, you know, I'm just happy, man. You know, really it's more for the guys on the team. You know, Amari and Steve done a great job. The young guys getting some playoff experience. You know, I'm done worrying about my legacy. It's trying to get the Stoudemire's legacy going, and hopefully, you know, hopefully we're not done. Hopefully we can go on the second round and do well.
All right, this is the 6th time you've been in the playoffs. I hate to tell you, but for the previous 5 times San Antonio has eliminated you guys. You were suspended in a crucial game a couple of years ago. What's it mean to try to get revenge against them?
Well, it's great to be finally back in the playoffs and then get out of the first round. I think, you know, playing the Spurs is always tough. They're a phenomenal team. They won championships in their arena with the banners. So we're looking to get to that point. But it's going to be a tough battle next round. We got to prepare for them starting tomorrow.
All right, thanks a lot. Let's go back to Kevin and Doug.
Alvin Gentry says that every coach should have the opportunity to coach someone like Grant Hill. Dougie had offers to go for more money to other places. He chose to stay in Phoenix. And Grant Hill, as you said so well, is going to the second round for the first time in his NBA career.
The thing about Grant Hill, the reason he came back to Phoenix is because he thinks he was a starter in this league, and he is, and you saw what he did for this team tonight.
Our producer, Scott Cockle. Our director, Lonnie Dale. Associate directors, Bert Bonda and Jimmy Gallagher, along with production assistants, Jeff Paris and Sammy Polis. Statistician, Pat McGrath. We will see you Monday night, sir.
In Phoenix.
For Doug Collins, Craig Sager, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long from Portland, Oregon. Now let's take you to our TNT Arena and Ernie Johnson.
All right, thank you very much, Kevin. A footnote to that Grant Hill story. The first player in NBA history to win his first playoff series after 15 years in the NBA.
Wow.
The 37-year-old Grant Hill and the Phoenix Suns advance to meet the San Antonio Spurs. Kenny's all ready for this.
Yes, I am.
He's looking bright and chipper. And
I'm ready.
You with us?
I'm very ready.
Okay.
I was just thinking about the Suns and the Spurs.
Well, good. You're preparing. Inside, coming up next.
I know you're going to ask me who's on
Experts.